Hello and welcome to another episode of Property with Alton. Today we are going to an area in Johannesburg, and the area is North World in Johannesburg. If you know Johannesburg quite well, it is sort of near the Randburg area, and what we will be doing is we're going to visit a budding new entrepreneur. Just a little bit about the area. So there's lots of gated communities within Northworld, and also there's lots of properties that are actually for sale. Anything from sort of 1 to 3 bedroom houses you can acquire there, you can purchase. So it's quite a nice area. It's close to Northgate, which is a popular mall. And you've guessed it, it's actually in the north, right? So we will be spending the afternoon, as I said to you, with a budding entrepreneur. I'm so excited. Her name is Roz Pretorius. She's done some work for me, which is fantastic. So yeah, I'm actually on my way there now. A little bit about Roz. So she is full of energy, and you're going to pick this up when you actually watch the interview that I do with her. Very colorful, very vibrant, really outspoken. Human resources is a thing. So you know how I know Roz is that we work together, and obviously she's done this, which is quite nice. And what this is a surprise. So it's going to be awesome to see what that surprise is going to be on the other side of this clip. And I'm just blown away. So she's got a surprise for me. She's going to surprise me with something that I've ordered from her. And she's going to share a little bit about her creative journey, what she's done, how she's done it, where she gets her inspiration from. And then she still has reserved energy, right? So she's got a main job, and then she does this on the side, which is actually quite awesome. And if I can just share, so how it worked out is that she basically one day just showed me a photograph, and I was blown away by the work that she did. And when I'd seen this, I said, oh my goodness, did you do this? And she says, absolutely, I did. So, you know, just brace yourself, because you're going to be in for a very interesting, fun session with Roz Pretorius. I can't wait.
Alton!
Hello, Roz. Nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, Alton, thank you. It's so nice
My
to be
absolute
here with
pleasure.
you. Thank you for chatting to me. It's good to be here. So let me introduce myself. I'm the creator of these beautiful, well I hope people tell me they're beautiful.
No, they're absolutely beautiful.
These
I love this.
beautiful cushions. And this is what I do in my spare time. Absolutely love it. It brings out the creative side of me. So if you have a look at me, apart from the hair, right,
Yes.
you wouldn't think that I'm that much of a creative person,
Right.
but I must be honest, is every time I do these, they just completely floor me.
Wow. Look, your creativity shows because you can see it in the work that you've done, right? But can you take us back a bit? Can you share with us your story, please, Roz? Share with us your journey and what inspired you to start, you know, creating these cushions, which are absolutely gorgeous.
All right, so let's share that.
Yes.
So I always say, I didn't find this
You didn't.
actually found me.
Right.
So it started off strangely enough with my brother, who is slightly creative, right?
Okay.
He bought one of these tablecloths, almost this paint by numbers
Right,
thing, right?
yes.
Quite a big one. It's about an 8-10 seater tablecloth with a whole lot of prints on it.
Okay.
It was very ethnic, so it was Africans with different masks and funky, you know, zebras and stuff.
All right. So lots of colors in
A
the
lot of
in the-
colors, a
right.
lot of images. And he sort of landed up doing one segment. So I said, give it over to me, let me take care of it. Look, granted, it was almost a paint by numbers.
Oh, but
at
did you
the
have an
time.
interest then in it, or you just saw
No,
an
I
opportunity?
just thought, okay, this looks like a good
And let me
opportunity.
try.
Let me try it.
Right.
Not even, it was a way of creating, a way of relaxing, and a way
Wow.
of having fun.
Yes,
So I
yes.
started off with that, and then I thought, well, let me do a couple of other things, start introducing my own prints, my own, you know, patterns, whatever.
Right.
And I'm floored every time I do it, because people started saying, damn, but you're not too shabby at that.
Not too bad at
And I was
all.
like, oh, they have a point. I'm actually pretty okay with that. And so it started progressing. It
Right.
started off with a whole lot of the African prints, which I absolutely love.
But then hold on, you're in South Africa, right? So it's apt that African print would resonate with most of South Africans here because, you know, it tells a story.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've done a lot of, for example, of the African faces, but having said that, the prints are funkier in style. And I think that's pretty much in keeping with my personality as well. So the reason that I kind of started doing them as well was it was an outlet.
Yes.
It was a way of me relaxing. It was a way of me unwinding.
Yes.
I was having fun.
Right.
I was actually
really
enjoying it.
So I did say budding entrepreneur, right? So you mentioned having fun, really enjoying it. It's an outlet. You've also mentioned your fact that, you know, you were inspired. But for me, you've done some work for me, right? And we're going to reveal that in a bit, which I absolutely can't wait for that to happen. I want to know from you, right? The choice of business, you could have done anything. Why choose this per se? I mean, over and above having fun, etc. What made you do this specifically for yourself?
So I found, apart from the fun and the way of unwinding, right? Honestly, as I say, when I say I think it kind of found me, people were going, you're really good at it. You really have this talent. And it was actually an undiscovered talent. I mean, I would never have thought of myself having this particular talent. You know what, when I see, and on an honest note, when I see the joy that it brings to people, honestly, it far outweighs the money that I'm making out of it. Look, sure, I mean, eventually we all want to make money out of stuff we do, right? Yes. But honestly, when I see the joy that it brings to people, you know, when I do the unveil with you, and even when I see the
well, we're going to talk about my story in a bit.
So
yeah. Can we talk about the story? Let's get there, right? So my story was, I'd seen a photograph. You showed me a photo. I was blown away by. Guys, listen, I was taken so aback by the stuff that Roz had done. I think the photo that you showed me was an African print that you had done for someone else. And when I looked at it, I thought, oh my goodness, I can absolutely see this in my home. So after you showed me that, we then started having a conversation. We started chatting about what I need and what my needs were. Can you tell us a bit about how you manage your clients, how you manage the journey, and more importantly, how do you link the personality of your customer into something like this?
Okay, so let's talk about that. So it's been really interesting because I've had a lot of customers go, you know, particularly the first couple of customers saying, you know, we give you carte blanche.
Yes.
And I go, but hold a sec, you can't give me carte blanche because
what does it mean?
I need to know your personality, right?
Right.
So for example, the last number of cushions that I did, which were big ones, I did about 7 for a client of mine. And I genuinely thought she might like the African stuff. And no, she didn't, right? And she loved all this kind of Picasso mod stuff, right? And she's in a home and she started explaining, because I then said, don't give me carte blanche, you need to share your personality. You're inviting me into your home through my creations. I, through my creations, live in your home then, right? And her entire home was white furniture, beautiful chandeliers, all white. But she had these, she had cushions, you know, kind of that you would buy from major retailers. And she wanted something bespoke. So she wanted color, she wanted mod. She's got paintings over her couches that are very multicolored, very geometric, very abstract, and that's absolutely my style. So then I showed her a couple of things, and she loved them from the get-go. And they were all colourful mod. And it was so amazing to hear her go, wow, you've made such a difference in my home. Look at it. Oh my gosh, I wish you could have seen the transformation that not big coloured pieces like this make against all those white backdrops. It totally transformed her home.
So you're going to transform my home very shortly.
I am.
And I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait to see it. Okay, so can I explain to South Africa what I ordered? So I moved into my new apartments in Sandton, so I ordered 4 of these. And then the style I wanted was sort of Picasso. The color palette is very mute, so it was gray and it was It was a bit of white, it was black, it was very bland. I've got some gold and green. So I said to Roz, I said, please be creative on your end, do whatever you need to do. And I'm gonna share with you what Roz has done. I can't wait to see what she's created for me. So I'm excited. And I think the reason why I chose you, Roz, is because I want a piece of you with me in my home. Because every single piece tells a story. And I want to share that story with any guest that walks into my home because it's my personality,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So just to before we get to the reveal, you are an entrepreneur. There's lots of South Africans, especially now during COVID, that are at home. Do you have any advice for any South Africans that are at home, that have the talent, that have the skill? What do you want to give to them, or what knowledge would you like to impart on them? Especially when you mention things like fun, inspiration, it's something that your brother just left halfway, you kind of continued and it found you. What would you like to share with those entrepreneurs?
Okay, so I'm going to share something that has worked for me, right?
Yes.
So I always go, you've got to be energized by what you do. That is so
Energy,
important.
yeah.
If you're not energized by what you do, then it becomes a bit of a half-hearted attempt.
Right.
Alton, you always tell me, through the cushions that I made and through the inspirations of these,
Yes.
you always tell me you can see the love.
I can see it.
You always tell me
I
the
can see
love
it.
that I put into it,
Yes.
right? Which is what I do. You've got to always, the minute you stop having fun, and the minute you stop enjoying what you do, then guys,
Then it's time
honestly,
to stop.
It's time to
Yes.
stop. Especially with creativity, right? And your customers, you need to listen to what your clients are saying.
I love that.
Look, I must be honest, I also I hear what the storyline
Yes.
is. And it's not always about color or about graphics. It could be around, ethnic stuff.
Sure.
But you've got to try and listen to what your clients are saying, and you've got to try and bring that into the story that this tells, right? Because this is a piece, it's going into somebody's home,
Right.
and it's an expression of the
Absolutely,
person
of who
in
they
their
are
home.
in their home.
So your customer, and I hate to say this, but I mean, I see in a country nowadays where
Yes.
honestly our service levels are not
I know.
particularly great.
Absolutely.
Your customer always, your client always needs to be top of mind.
So I'm about to see what I bought from Roz, right? I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. It's bespoke. My instruction to Roz was I wanted Picasso style. I also wanted male. I wanted female. But I'm sure Roz will explain exactly what's happening. So I can't wait to see what's going on. So, oh my God, Roz. These are absolutely amazing. Can you tell me what is what though?
When I showed you the picture, the brief was almost of the two faces, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And we had 4 cushions. So obviously
Yes.
we didn't want all 4 cushions the same.
Same,
We
correct.
wanted variances,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Your color palette was kind of grays, a little
Yes.
bit of black, was
Yes.
whites, right?
Yes.
The danger is it could have become monochromatic, right?
Yes.
So you get various shades of gray, you get various
Yes.
shades of green.
Yes.
So the question as well was, so it doesn't, have a look at that one for example. I've added bits, a little bit of red,
I
which
love
you
this.
can't see.
You can't see it. And
okay?
there's gold sort of,
There's a bit
and
of
there's
gold.
a bit of a tinge.
I've added the greens. If you have a look at this, I've added the greens along the nose, a little bit of red along the nose, reds here in the
Yes.
hair,
Yes.
and then greens in the color palette, right?
Absolutely beautiful.
Why have I done that? So that you break the monochrome of greys, right?
Yeah. What I'm fascinated about is that I said to Roz, keep it grey, but she's added beautiful color into this. Alright, South Africa, so I've been chatting to Roz and it's very interesting. So Roz had given us some advice. She says, you need to be happy with what you're doing, entrepreneurs. You also need to put some of your love into the work that you're doing and get to know and listen, to your clients, listen to your customers, try and figure out what's their need, try and figure out what resonates with them, and then be creative on your end. And when you do that, you will boom and your business will grow. So I've had an interesting time with Roz. My journey has been absolutely phenomenal. We've been back and forth on the phone. She's phoning me up, checking in with me in terms of, do you like the color palette? Is it too much? Should I take this away? Are the lips too big, Alton? Yes or no? And I love that, the fact that she checks in with me. I'm part of the journey, I'm part of the experience. So if you want to be successful with regards to anything that you're doing, invite your clients into your world, pull them much closer so that by the time you produce the end result, you're going to get the reaction that you absolutely deserve and need. And by doing that, you can get more business from your customers. So I'm appreciative of Roz. Roz, thank you so much for spending the day with me. It's been absolutely fantastic. You guys know what to do. You need to like, subscribe, or basically just share this and share it with individuals that you think would be interested in this product or service. All the details are below in the link. So thank you so much for your time, South Africa. Until next time, be safe, be good, be kind to others. We out.